Strange things are happening on the Earth with something that influences every region of this planet: the weather. Two storms hit the Indian Ocean coastline of northern Mozambique in southern Africa in one season in a space of 6 weeks in 2019, something never seen before, the worst recorded storms in the history of the southern hemisphere. Was it a natural disaster, or was it man-made?
Have you ever had a storm like this in this area? I've never heard or seen anything like it, she said.
And why did it hit a region that has the world's biggest ruby and sapphire deposits and one of the world's biggest untapped offshore gas fields that displaced thousands of people, affected millions, and weakened the little-known Islamic insurgents who, since 2017, were attacking petroleum contractors of the multi-billion-dollar liquefied natural gas project of Anadarko Petroleum Corporation in northern Mozambique? Iran, also called Persia in Western Asia, has the largest offshore gas field on Earth, and its economy is dependent on its hydrocarbon sector. It has been threatened with war by the United States, as well as economic sanctions, more than any other nation in history, that has crippled its economy, caused many to get sick and die, halved the value of its currency, increased inflation that has also increased the cost of living, the rise in food prices that has cleverly caused many of the civilian population to riot and turn on its government, and countries and corporations are being forced by the United States Secretary of the Treasury to not buy or sell with Iran, which in turn has affected the global oil market.
Trump gambles the world economy on shutting down Iran's ability to sell oil overseas.
Venezuela has the largest proven oil reserves in the world, and in 2018 ranked behind only Canada and Saudi Arabia as the largest importer of oil to the United States. And, like Iran, nations, banks and corporations are also being pressured to not buy or sell with Venezuela. Are these sanctions on these nations a micro model of a future macro project that will eventually be imposed on the entire world? And why has American businessman and former Navy SEAL Eric Prince, who created the most controversial modern mercenary army, Blackwater, whose sister Betty DeVos is in the Trump administration and who himself also works with the administration, is winning contracts to send security and mercenary soldiers to both Mozambique in southern Africa and to Venezuela in South America? And have men stepped outside of their ethical boundaries, broken international law, and frighteningly mastered the technology to control and to manipulate the weather to destabilize nations? Let us take a look at a not much talked about but a highly sensitive subject in the field of climate alteration: geoengineering.
We are living in a climate where many people are claiming that they are woke. They don't actually tell you what they've woken from to what they've woken to, but they claim to be awakened. In this study, I really want to wake you up to an area called geoengineering that is manipulating the environment through weather control. And as I always encourage at all times, as you go through this study, scrutinize, analyze, and look through everything, please research everything you see in this study.
Nature.